Good morning. Good morning. Happy Saturday. I know you be needing that in the morning, don't you? Hey, Lamone. I can't invite you, Lamone. I'm driving. It'll be all bad. It'll be all bad. How y'all doing? How y'all feel? Thank you, Lamone. That's the goal. That's the goal. What y'all doing today? How y'all spending y'all Saturday? It's nice out here. The sun shining. It's cold in the mug, though. I ain't gonna even lie to you about that. That wind is a little brisk. A little brisk. I ain't really want nothing in particular. Don't you hate that when people call you and they don't even really want shit? They just go, I just jumped on live. I really didn't want nothing in particular. No, I do, y'all. I did. I didn't want to make it too heavy today. I really didn't want to make it too heavy today. But I did want to talk to you about co-parenting. You know, like I said, I'm not going to make it heavy. I'm not going to make it a whole video about that. But after talking to some of the parents that I spoke with just over this past week that are trying to enroll their child in attitude adjustment. And if you don't know what attitude adjustment is a youth program. It's a behavior modification program. We typically deal with children with behavior issues. People driving like they crazy. All you see is a little slither of sun. And they disobeying all traffic signs and whatnot. Be careful with that road rage too, y'all. That's I've been hearing a lot of weird, crazy stories about that. But yeah, back to the co-parenting part, you know, and just speaking with the parents, and I know my statistics are not right, so I'm not even gonna throw those statistics out there for you guys. But I will tell you, as far as attitude adjustment is concerned, I'm sorry, MJ, I can't read your comment right now, but I will as soon as I get to where I'm going. I just noticed that you put a message up there, but I have yet to service a child that lives in a two-parent household where both the parents are their biological parents. Now I want you to follow me, because I service parents all the time, single parents mainly. The dad might bring a child in, the mom might bring a child in, but for the most part, this is some situations where the mom and stepdad and stepmom living together. I've actually dealt with same-sex parents, okay? So just to say, I've dealt with an array of couples, arrangements, parenting households, however way, but I have yet dealt with a child. I've not serviced a child yet that's come from a two-parent household where both parents are their biological parents. And let that sink in for a minute. And it's not to say that they don't have problems with their children. You know, I've had a couple that's called and we've talked and we've discussed some things, but not to the point where they had to actually enroll the child into the program. You know, it was a couple things that we discussed, and just over the phone conversation, we were able to pinpoint some of the reasons why the child could have been acting out, you know. And it can be real simple things to us, you know, and then even major things, because nowadays the kids are so engulfed in what we're going through and what we're dealing with, because we give them access to that with the cell phones and things of that nature, meaning there's no way to shelter your child, especially if you're giving them a cell phone at 9 and 10, 11. That means they can go on CNN, they can go on all these other channels, YouTube or whatever, and they can see the same thing we see, and they deal with it the same way we deal with it. But go back to say, after speaking with the parent, we were able to identify the reason why the child was acting up, and I think in a couple of cases it was just the fact that they had changed schools, okay? And the fact that they changed schools, that was a big transition for them. You know, they didn't like the school, didn't like the kids, none of their friends. It's a whole bunch of obstacles, a whole bunch of things that came along with that, you know, but that was the trigger. That was it. I had a couple situations where, you know, I did talk to a few parents and the parents were still together, and it was just the fact of they were having problems and they were contemplating divorce, and they did go through a separation phase for a short time. It affected the child. So it's simple. It's little things, and then also big things that will play a part in why the child misbehaves. But I want to try to channel it to single parent households. It's sad because I hear all these people talking about how they care about their kids, they love their kids, they the best parent, because their kid ain't around with iPhones and shit and new J's and dressed fresh as hell. And that ain't love. And it seems like majority of the parents that I've been dealing with over the last few years, they do this for these kids. You know what I mean? They buy them everything. They buy these kids affection and attention and whatnot. And that's the material things cannot replace the genuine love and affection that you give these children. Hey, y'all, and I see all y'all are chiming in as I do glance down just a little because I don't want to be a distracted driver. But as I glance and see, I can see that you guys are chiming in, and I tell you, as soon as I get to my destination, I will reply to all your comments. Hopefully you guys are commenting and talking with each other, because I really came on here to see, mainly, if you guys can give me, if you're struggling with co-parenting, if you can leave a couple comments on there as far as some of the things that you might be struggling with, because as I do this program is always, attitude adjustment is always evolving. Okay, and I know y'all like, oh, Shakenya, you all over the place. We talking about this and then you talking about that, and I'm gonna try to tie it all in. I'm gonna try to bring it all together, because if y'all gonna hang on with me for the whole ride, we got a little while to go. Okay, I'm headed to the office. We got a board meeting this morning. I'm running a splash behind schedule. But for the most part, I'm just kicking with y'all, and I hope y'all, it look like y'all might be kicking back with me. So I'm sorry that I can't respond to you guys at this time. But for the most part, I want you guys to just kind of chime in if you're dealing with some issues with the other parent, you separated, you're raising a child, trying to raise a child with the other parent. What are some of the obstacles that you are finding that you're having? Because back to the the program evolving, every time I see a problem, I try to fix it. I'm a problem solver. At least I try to be anyway. And for instance, example, one of the problems I had was when I follow up, out of 10 kids, I'll say maybe 2 of them were still kind of acting out. So when I talked to them to find out why they're still acting out or what needed to be done, how could we have helped them so they could have, stayed on track, a couple of them said that it was because they felt like they had did so much wrong that they couldn't go back to being that good little kid that mom and dad were hoping them, to be. And I'm like, wow. So I'm thinking, what could I have possibly done or put in place in this program to fix that particular problem? So what I came up with was, now I have guys that have been to prison and are out now and doing well for themselves. I have them come back and at the jail tours, come back and talk to the kids. That way they can see, it's one thing to hear from the prisoners in there and then you leave and then the prisoners are still there. Some kids like, whatever, he's still there, blah, 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 I'm out, continue to act and do whatever they do for a short period of time. And then eventually they get it and change. But to see somebody that has been through the system and now that they're out and they're productive now and they're doing something with their lives and then they're able to walk out with you when you leave after the jail tour, it's a different impact that it has on the child. So that's what I've been doing lately, so if you are interested, because we at Manpower Mentoring are always looking for volunteers, and we definitely always looking for donations to do what we do. So if anything that you see strikes you as positive and helping our community, it would be wonderful if you will make a few dollar donation towards the organization, just so we can continue to do what we do. But for the most part, we always looking for volunteers, and I'm definitely looking for men and women that has been through the system and that are out now and doing things for themselves to actually come back at the jail tours and talk to the children for me, so that's one thing. So now I'm finding that since I am dealing with a heavy population of single parent households with these children with the behavior issues, I am thinking about adding, I already give resources, but I have not really steered the parents toward a co-parenting class. And I have to do some type of research to see if they even exist. I know that they have parenting classes, and I'm going to do a little more research to find out exactly what they offer in these classes and how it can be beneficial to my parents. But I'm thinking about adding that on as an additional service to the program. Don't hold me to it. Don't quote me on it right now. I will make it official when I decide to make it official. But for now, I do feel that there's a need. And if some of you know some co-parenting classes, please chime in. I'm always looking for resources because I'm finding that this is very important towards just helping our children. Just helping our children become whole. Because I know a lot of parents lack that ability to still remain friends or just cordial when it comes to raising a child, you know. And so in the midst of that, I'm sorry guys, I was briefly interrupted. So in the midst of that, it's causing more harm than good to our children. You know, we raising a group of monsters. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, we raising monsters. We raising savages. When I hear these kids in these meetings and just to hear how they are and how they're responding to mom and how mom is just we raising savages. Literally, you know, we raising a lot of kids. I've never heard so many children in my life say they don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You don't care? How could you not care? But then when I think about how we're raising them, shit, we raising them not to care. We raising them not to give a damn. We raising them to be these mongrels that's out here in the street running wild, running wild. You understand what I'm saying? We raising these kids, and if you don't know how you're contributing, I'll give you a couple examples. Damn, I wish I can read y'all comments right now, but I can't. Before I get to the meeting, I'm going to try to sift through a few of them before I get out the board. Because I would love to hear what you guys are saying about this. Okay, I'll give you an example. When one parent talks bad about the other parent to the child. Let that sink in for a minute. When one parent, whether it be the mom or the dad, talking bad about the other parent in the presence of that child. Rule 1 of co-parenting, you can never let your personal feelings for that other person, unless they've harmed that child or done something to that child to make you feel some kind of way to where you're not allowing the child to see them, or, you know, and even then, you ain't got to talk bad in front of the child. You talk bad about the parent to other people. Your people's your girlfriends, you know, but not in front of the child. And I'm laughing, but I'm so serious. Oh, something going on up here. I see too many red lights. I see too many red lights. It's time for me to come up top, because something must be going on. So if you are in the area of 94 headed east by the Mount Elliott and Shane Street exits, something is definitely going on 94. So you might want to come up. You might want to try to avoid that area. And that traffic will be brought to you by Motor City Radio. I tune in every Friday at 7 p.m. But download that app, tune in, and then search Vent Radio when you are there. Also, subscribe to the Vent Channel Network on YouTube. And you can always get the latest updates on our shows when they come on. So, yeah, back to our regular scheduled programming. There's something definitely going on over there. Yeah, talking bad about the child. You can never let your person, because at some point, you love that person. At some point, you love that person. At some point, you had some type of feelings for you to lay down with this person, unprotected, have sex with them, and follow through to carry a child. Because it could have been things that could have been done to prevent that. So for you to go through all of that for somebody, obviously it was some feelings or something there at some point. Okay, now whatever happened to where the marriage ended, the relationship ended, y'all couldn't stay together, y'all couldn't keep it together, whatever it was, that was that. Okay? That and the child is completely separate. Yep. Let that sink in. It's completely separate. So whatever personal feelings you have for that person, they have to be put aside. Damn, I wish I could read your comment, MJ McGowan. Because it look like you going there. I struck a nerve with you today because you either going there or you just got a lot of knowledge about it and you trying to let people know. Either way it go, I can't read you. You gonna make me pull over just to read your comment. Okay, I'm gonna read it because I'm right here at the stop sign. I'm at a stop sign, guys. I am completely stopped. Yes, throwing each other under the bus when two parents is never right or healthy. You're speaking about parenting rules that I've been parenting for years with my... Yes, okay, MJ, I'm gonna have to get you on the show so you can talk about it. My phone ringing and everything, y'all. It's just going, it's crazy right now. Okay, I cannot get it. I am driving. So yes, that's one thing you shouldn't do. One thing I will tell you, and I tell my parents all the time, number one, co-parenting relationship has to be stronger than any other relationship that you have ever had in life. And that's difficult because if you couldn't keep the marriage together, you know what I mean? How the hell can you keep another relationship together for the sake of still have to deal with this person for the sake of your child? But if you love your child, it's not hard to do. Yep, let that sink in. If you actually love your child and know and want what's best for your child, it ain't hard to do. It ain't hard to do. It ain't hard to do. Meaning you got to practice. I ain't saying it's just going to come overnight. You know, I hate that we even have to do that. I hate that we cannot stay together for the sake of it. Not just for the sake of the child, but actually just stay together. Just stay together. Find somebody that you in love with. Be together. Get married. Just plan to have a child and actually stay together long enough to raise that child. Like I wish that should be like, and stay together. Don't even divorce. Don't even get a divorce. Divorce shouldn't even be an option. Divorce shouldn't even be an option. Oh damn, they got a detour going on, y'all. So they must be doing construction over here on the freeway, guys, because they rerouting. Them people still going through. I'm about to go through too. You can go through still, y'all. It's just limited to one lane. Okay, so I'm gonna get back home because it's about to take me all the way if I gotta go all the way to Mount Elliott. Y'all rolling with me? Y'all still rolling with me? Okay, so they don't limit the lane down to one if you are on the service drive off 94 going towards Harper. They're doing a lot over here. DTE over here doing something, y'all. So yeah, so that relationship has to stay intact. So meaning that yeah, talking bad about the other parent to the child, even if it's a deadbeat mom or dad, even if it's a deadbeat, you don't have to say nothing. You don't have to say nothing. These kids are so intelligent and so smart nowadays. They're gonna figure that shit out on their own. They're gonna figure it out on their own. They're gonna see how their other parents are with their friends. They know what parents supposed to do and what role they supposed to play. So you don't even have to say nothing because before long, a child is gonna identify that for themselves. Period. So talking bad about the other parent, the other family members talking bad. Because it's one thing for the parent, but when you got the other family members talking bad about the other parent to the child. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. That right there is like opening up Pandora's box almost, if I get to talking about all the things that comes about as a result of doing that. You know what I mean? Because at some point, you're trying to teach this child, and that's exactly what you're doing because you're planting a seed. Whether you know it or not, you plant the seed because it's only so many times you're going to say something bad about this person to where it becomes subliminal in a child's mind, to where the child can actually think that no matter what's being portrayed or what's being showed to this child, it's a good chance that the child can heavily, the thoughts of hearing you say those things about the other parent is always going to come into play some kind of way. It's going to always come into play, which is going to demean the respect that child has for the other parent, which is a no-no. Especially if you have a parent that's fit. Especially if you have a parent that's trying to be in that child's life. And the only reason why you talk bad or make up things or is because you don't like them. Because you don't like them because they not with your stanky, funky ass. That's child abuse to me. Yeah, I don't know what's going on right here. But we're going to... is it going to let me go? Okay. Yeah, they got me all in the back in the boondock area, trying to get to where I gotta go. Yeah, I think that's child abuse. I really do, because at the end of the day, that child is gonna suffer significantly mentally. Okay, because that can go so many different ways. It can unravel in so many different ways. And another thing, telling that child that that other parent don't love them, or that other parent don't want to be around them, or the other parent don't want them around. Oh my Lord! When you do that to a child, man, we got children out here questioning what love is. We got children out here to this day questioning what love is as a result of a parent telling them that the other parent don't love them and don't care about them, to turn that child against that parent just because they don't like them for personal reasons. That's some selfish shit. And y'all got to excuse my language today, but this is a very personal and touchy spot for me when it comes to talking about how we deal with our children and how we're raising our children. I'm sorry for the profanity, but that's how I'm feeling. I'm going to try to catch as many of them as I can. I don't want to drop too many F-bombs or bombs on you, because this is a Christian live. I'm lost. I ain't never been this way in my life. I am running late for this meeting, and I don't know where I'm at. The detour took me all the way on Miller Street, y'all. So I don't even know what that's at. It's about to take me back to Baldwin to get back on Harper, I guess. Okay, it took me to Van Dyke. Oh yeah, that's a bit much. So if you ain't prepared for a detour on 94, don't get your black butt on it, or your white butt, or your yellow butt, whatever color you is. Don't get on it, because it's gonna take you down through there just to get back on track and get to where you're going. So yeah, so co-parenting is something that I feel is very important for the sake of our kids right now. And I'm trying to figure out how can I fill that void or that gap. So in the event that I get out here and I do not find any programs that do co-parenting, I have to disagree with you about that, staying together for the children. No, I didn't say stay. I did say it, but I didn't mean to say that, MJ, because I kind of backpedaled from that when I said that, because no, you do not want to raise a child in a house with no love, baby. So yes, I did backpedal when I said that, though. I said that being together and actually being in love with that person is what I backpedaled and said, because I don't believe in that either. You cannot raise a child in a house with no love, and children sense that. They sense that. So if you got a sham of a marriage and you raising these kids and you thinking that they think that they don't know that y'all don't love each other, and they know. They hear all the fighting and arguing. They see the lack of love being shown in the house. Kids ain't stupid, and they hear everything. They hear everything, and they see everything. So yes, you're right. No, I would never suggest that. I did backpedal and retract that statement because it came out too fast. Damn, I wish I could read all y'all comments right now. So yeah, so if you're going through some issues right now, or you want some help as far as co-parenting, or what you think can be done or should be done in the process of a co-parenting relationship, I would like for you to drop some comments on here, just because, I want to see. And then when I do my research to find out if these classes are being offered, I'm going to see what part of that, if any, is being offered from the comments that you guys have said or left. And after that, if I can't find a program, I might create one. I definitely might create a class, because it's needed. It's needed, and I feel I need to offer it, because a lot of my parents, majority of all of them that I deal with in service, are struggling with this. I might get both parents coming to the meeting. One parent might come to the meeting. We might get one parent on speakerphone, but it's not a lot of effort being put into being able to work together for the sake of our children. And they should come first. They should come first. Nothing else matter. Should nothing else matter. And I can speak on this because and attest to this, because I've been in a situation, and I'm in a current situation right now, where I feel as if people talking bad about me around my baby, and that's a whole different subject that I don't even want to get all deep into it, because I'll probably get a little emotional, and I don't want to get emotional today. But for the most part, it's not good. I feel it's child abuse. I feel you got these kids out here not knowing which way to go, which end is up. You should never make a child choose between the parents. You should never make a child feel Like they have to choose between their parents, especially when both parents are there and fit and able to take care of that child. It should be a way to where y'all should be able to put y'all differences aside and be able to work together for the sake of that child. Meaning every decision that is made for that child needs to be discussed. Needs to be discussed. If you want to get a child a cell phone, that needs to be discussed. That needs to be discussed with the other parent to make sure that it's age appropriate. Make sure it's the best time to get the child the phone. Make sure you guys have both talked to the child or laid out the things that need to be discussed with this child so the child would know how to use a cell phone properly, you know. And when I say properly, meaning certain etiquette when it comes to a cell phone, giving a child a cell phone. Meaning talk to your child about filming people when they don't know that they being filmed. Stuff like that, you know. About talking to your child about certain websites to go on and not go on. Like stuff like that, you know. Just set of rules. Okay, now the train. I can't win for losing today, guys. I can't win for losing today. And this how it be. I'm working on time management, so that's why I'm throwing this out here that I'm actually going through all this, because it never fails. And people be thinking that I be late because I be doing it on purpose. No, I give myself enough time. I tell you, I give myself enough time. I've been working on time management, but look at all this I had to go through. And y'all are my witness. Y'all are my witness. If y'all stayed on the whole time, y'all are my witness to what I had to go through the whole time just to get here. Even now, I'm being routed because of the train. But I'm almost there, guys. Almost there. So, yes. So, it's a lot that goes into co-parenting. And it's all about being fair. It's all about being fair. And it's all about keeping those relationships intact between mom and dad. And I'm going to give you an example. Your child get in the car, and I've left this example before on another co-parenting video. Yeah, go to YouTube, guys. I got an Attitude Adjustment YouTube channel. I need you guys to go on. I post videos all the time, parenting videos, to kind of help us be better parents. So if you find some time to go on, subscribe, follow it, appreciate it, share the videos if you find it helpful to you. It'd be nice, you know. But for the most part, I am almost at my destination. Damn, I wish I could remember what I was just telling y'all, because I was just telling y'all something. Hey, Gregory. Hey, Doreen. Right, get picked up. It's all good. Okay. MJ, I appreciate you hanging with me. Hey, Dan. Hey, Andrea. How you doing, baby girl? I have to disagree. Okay. Hey, Jamal. How you doing? I'm sorry, I'm just chiming in with you guys. Hey, Joy. How you doing? Hey, Kevin. How you doing? I thought each other was. Yep. Hey, Keith. Hey, Lorleen, beautiful. How you doing? All right, guys. I'm going to go on to wrap it up. I think I said enough. But, yeah, I just definitely want to hear y'all comments as far as the co-parenting is concerned. What are some of the things you think can be touched on to help people with co-parenting? Dang, it was something else. The example, yes, when a child get in the car and had just so happened you got the situation where you dropping a kid off on the weekend or you picking the kid up or whatever the case may be. Kid get in the car, talking about the other parent, mad because they didn't let them do whatever or get away with whatever, so they talking mess about them. At that point, you do not engage in conversation about this parent in a bad way. Unless you need to talk to that parent and get some clarification before you continue the conversation with this child, you shut that down. Shut that down right then and there. Shut that down. I don't care if it's just enough for you to be like, you know what, that's your mom, that's your dad, you respect them, that's not how you should feel, blah, blah, blah. Redirect that feeling however way you can. And then talk to the other parent to find out exactly what happened. Let's do that. Kids lie all the time. We grown-ups lie all the time. So let's put that in perspective. I don't care how, if you got the perfect kid, kids lie. And kids can be manipulative if they've been raised in an environment where they can manipulate. And I say that because nowadays these kids are all being raised in single parent households. And as a result of that, you can tell one parent to say something, the other parent to say something else. And because the kids know that the parents don't communicate and don't talk, kids can run game on you. They do it all the time. So if the kid get in the car upset with the other parent about whatever, if you can't call that parent right then and there to get clarification on what the problem was and what happened, soon as you're able to do so, then pick that conversation up with the kid. Okay? But for the most part, it should never be a situation where you are joining in conversation, talking bad about that parent to that child, especially if you don't know what the situation is and you don't know what happened. That's, to me, it's inappropriate conversation. That's inappropriate conversation to have with your child when it relates to the other parent. That child should have an equal balance. That child should have an equal balance from both parents. Period. Period. The scale should never be tilted to the point where this parent is all the way down and this parent is up. Because we got parents that do that. We got parents that talk about the other parent just to make themselves look good. Yeah, we're going to say that. So I'm going to end it right there, guys. Because like I said, I didn't want this to get heavy. I kind of just didn't want to be lonely because I had to ride a long way by myself. So I kind of just wanted the company. But it speared off into a good conversation that I hope helped somebody. You know, so if it did, share it. You know, maybe people will link up and see my other videos. And maybe if this one didn't help them, maybe the other ones will. And we are having a tour this month. I believe the girls is on the 26th, ages 11 to 18. Boys jail tour is on the 29th, 12 to 17. So if you guys are looking to enroll your child in this month's program, I need you to give me a call at 313-586-2240. I do have a few slots available. So again, Attitude Adjustment has a tour this month. So if you have a child that's exhibiting some behavior issues, you know, you have a little concern, you know, or if they're doing okay and you just want to shake them up a little bit and keep them on the right track, you know, I will suggest my program for you. So give me a call at 313-586-2240. Let me make sure I didn't. Oh, dang, there was a whole lot of y'all. Hey, Willie B. Dang, I'm sorry, y'all. I just kind of stopped. Parents tend to forget that children are mirrors, yes, and sponges, and act in accordance to what they see. That's right. And take in regarding the behavior of parents. It shouldn't be forgotten. Oh, my God. You on one today, MJ. Especially in that issues they matter. Their feelings count. That's right. They do. And I tell people that. Children are people, too. Hey, Carlos. Hey, Carlos. Hey, Tyrone. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Alex. Hey, Barnes. I deal with them a lot, but unfortunately, that setup doesn't make for good co-parenting. Yeah, you're right. Hey, Cam. Hey, Jay. Hey, Andre. Hey, Troy. Co-parenting is always a great topic. And guys, always, like I said, go to my YouTube page, Attitude Adjustment. I haven't been pushing it, but I'm going to start pushing it. I do have other videos on there where I actually break down different examples about co-parenting, and I kind of just stick to the topic. I know today I was kind of all over the place because I was just riding, you know what I mean? Riding and talking, venting a little bit, and just, you know, just going with the flow. But I do have a couple videos where I just specifically talk about certain things, and that's all I talk about. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Nate. Hey, Don. Oh, my God. You guys were all on here. I'm sorry I couldn't give y'all that extra attention, but I was driving. Hey, Juliana. How you doing, boo-boo? Hey, Glenn. How you doing, baby? How you doing? It was so good to see you. Hey, Shanita Harris. How you doing, beautiful? Hey, Jameen. God, y'all was on here with me. All right, guys. I'm going to let y'all go. Hopefully this train will be going through soon. It's moving now. So I'm like right around the corner from my office. I tell you, time management. So I'm going crazy right now because I swear I left the house in enough time to get here, guys. And I'm still going to be about 5 minutes late, but ain't nothing I can do about that. Nothing I can do about that. Got caught by this train. Okay, guys. So y'all enjoy y'all Saturday. Like I said, I hope I didn't make it too heavy for y'all, but I hope I helped somebody. Mwah.